Hi, I'm Will Maynard, and I explore trick shots. And today we'll see shots made by Mike Massey, Willie Mosconi, Cueball Kelly, and yes, even Snooks Perlsteen. You'll see jumps, caroms, throws, pushes, ramps, banks, time shots, shots with racks, and of course this gem. So let's get started. The object here is to make the 10 in the corner by shooting along this line, making the cue ball stay with the 10, and kissing it when they reach the cushion. I like this shot. It's dramatic. A push shot is where the tip remains in contact with the cue ball as the cue ball makes contact with the object ball, and this is an illegal shot if the cue ball and the object ball are not frozen. But there's been a lot of controversy about this when the cue ball is frozen to the object ball. It is legal if you make a normal hit stroke toward the frozen object ball. Here's a similar shot in slow motion. Here's a fun shot, playing the 1 and the 2 on the left side. Once the cue ball gets around to hitting the 2 then pots the 1 and pauses. Then the cue ball, which paused after hitting the 2, now comes forward and hits it again, potting it on the same side. Sounds complicated, but not really. The key is to get the right speed for the cue ball ascending the ramp. Then take a break and watch it happen. In this shot, the cue ball is frozen between the 5 and the 12. Shoot the 1 off the 5 into the corner. The cue ball helps the 5 bank in the far left corner and transmits force to the 12, which heads to the near right corner. The odd thing about this shot, if played correctly, is that the cue ball doesn't budge. Or does it? In this case, it drifted due to the friction between the balls. So if I remove the friction by adding a little moisture to the cue ball, where it contacts the 2 object balls, then let's see. Here's a couple of 8-ball jumps to complete the rack. Here we have the 1, 2, and 3 frozen together near the side pocket. Can you figure out how to make them all in this near corner? And in sequence, 1, 2, 3, yellow, blue, red. So the cue ball hits the 2 right of center, sending the 1 towards the pocket, and sending the 2 off a carom into the cushion and then towards the pocket. Finally, the cue ball spins off the 2 and grazes the 3, sending it on line. The right spin helps throw the 3 to the left. The object is to bank the cue ball the length of the table and then hit it again on the rebound, pocketing the 3 ball and drawing back diagonally to pot the 5. Avoid using too much draw on the second hit to prevent a miscue. In fact, there's no need for it, as the cue ball already has the correct spin by rolling toward the cue tip. You just want to add a bit more draw. A gentleman called Snooks Perlsteen tried to make this shot from time to time for 60 years, finally succeeded in 1981. Then he set out to make it again. It's good to have goals. How do you like that shot, Alice? Yep, I got nothing. Playing the 8 in the near side requires you to find the right amount of spin and the correct aim point. My aim point is here. I hit the 8 ball thin to keep from bruising it. In theory, you should be able to make the shot from anywhere along the same rail segment and using the same aim point. When shooting the 8 from the diamond closest to the target pocket, my aim point was that piece of chalk. Here's a shot from the second diamond using the same aim point. And one last time from the third diamond. For the last shot, I changed my aim point slightly toward the pocket and used no right spin. It seemed to be more consistent. This shot seems pretty self-correcting. The further down the rail you shoot from, the fuller you must hit the 8 ball for it to be in front of the pocket in time to make the shot. So by using the same aim point as you move down the rail, you're automatically making a fuller hit on the 8. It's interesting how well this works. There has to be some physics that explains this. Time for Dr. Dave to chime in. I saw this one-handed shot made on a scene from Pool Hall Junkies. Freeze the 1, 9, and cue ball in the rail, as simulated here. Aim the cue ball 9 combination as shown. Now back the cue ball off like this. It seems impossible to hit the 1 first and then make the 9 on the carom. But the shot can be made by hitting the 1 full enough to relocate the 9. I'm just goofing around here, seeing if I can bank the 1 straight back and have the cue ball pocketed in this corner. Since I'm hitting it too firm to have the 1 stop in front of the pocket, it's strictly a time shot. Odd things can happen here. And here's a similar shot with the 3 going 1 bank, the cue ball going 3 cushions. Here's the final shot from the Willie Mosconi story, a 10-minute clip from 1952. This shot was billed as the winning shot in the 1941 World Straight Pool Championship against Andrew Ponzi, where the score was tied at 124 each. The game was a total fabrication, but fun to watch. In this shot, Willie was snookered behind a ball and needing to make this 5-rail shot to win it all. Here's a shot made by Mike Massey and called the Slam Dunk by Earl the Pearl Strickland, playing 5 balls in 5 separate pockets. The 1 through 4 balls are all made by caroms, but the orange 5 is a throw shot. Place 1 ball on top of another and then hold them in place with the corner of a rack. The object on this odd shot is to make the 2 stacked balls in the near corner, then drawing back to make the orange 5 in the other corner. You need a downward stroke with plenty of low spin. Here's a better view where you can see how the cue ball jumps off the 7 to hit the 6 before spinning back toward the 5. Carl Cueball Kelly Zingale was a great promoter, hustler, and referee. He refereed the biggest matches of several eras. The next 3 shots are associated with Cueball Kelly. Challenge is to bank the 3 back in this corner while the cue ball travels around the table and pockets the 5. The setup calls for the cue ball and the 3 to be frozen together on the rail. Cue ball right English transfers left to the 3 to make the bank. However, with both balls frozen to the cushion, the 3 throws into the cushion losing its left spin. So I aim the 3 at the piece of chalk at the far rail. The 3 throws left of the chalk, and its left spin brings it back online to make the bank. Meanwhile, the cue ball travels around the table to pocket the 5. In this shot, the 9 is banked into the side, and the 3 goes 4 rails to the corner. The right spin transfers English to the 3, and the low hit helps get the cue ball out of the way. This is the ultimate kiss around, aka the 3 and 3 shot. The cue ball hits the 11 and stops roughly in place with lots of spin. The 11 ball goes 3 cushions and returns to make a firm, full hit on the still spinning cue ball, which then goes 3 more cushions to pocket the 15. You need lively cushions and perseverance to make this shot. I just couldn't seem to hit the cue ball hard enough to finish the shot. It kept coming up a few inches short. I had one attempt that touched the 15, and then the 15 hung in the pocket. I wondered what could I do to make the cue ball track just a few more inches. I'll tighten the rails and see if that helps. Oh, hi, Alice. That's our princess. She's the supervisor. Come on, baby, come on. Yeah. Well, that's all for now. Hey, thanks so much for watching. See you here next time and we'll explore more trick shots together.